So let's start problems on conic section. So equation of parabola whose focus is 3 comma minus 4 and directrix is this one. What is the definition of parabola? I'll write once again. This is the fixed point. This is the moving point. And this is the fixed line directrix. So PS is equal to PM, or PS square is equal to PM square. So what happens now here? PS square means x minus 3 whole square y plus 4 whole square is equal to 3. This will be dropping a perpendicular from x comma y onto this line. It means x minus y plus 5 by under root 2 whole square. So x minus 5 plus root 2 whole square. So x minus 3 whole square plus y plus 4 PS square. This distance is equal to this distance. If we simplify, we get x square plus 2xy plus y square minus 22x plus 26y plus 25. Option A is correct. So basic definition, PS is equal to PM. So using the basic definition, PS is equal to PM. Distance from fixed point and a fixed line is always equal. So option A is correct. Question number 2. Equation of parabola whose vertex is origin, axis along x-axis and passes through point 4 comma minus 6. So this is the parabola given to you. So this parabola is y square is equal to 4ax and it passes through 4 comma minus 6. So 6 6 are 36 is equal to 4a into 4. So we get 4a equal to 9. So required parabola will be y square is equal to 9x. Y square is equal to 9x. Option C. Very simple to understand because it is x-axis, which is the axis, and this origin, this is origin 0 0. So y square equal to 4ax. 36 equal to 4a into 4. 4a equal to 9. So y square equal to 9x. Example 3. So option C is correct. Example 3. Focus is 1 comma minus 1 and directrix equation, then the vertex of the parabola. So this is the focus and this is directrix. So if this is the focus 1 comma minus 1 and directrix equation is x plus 2y minus 9 is equal to 0. The vertex of parabola, vertex is always midpoint. Vertex is always midpoint. So S is given as 1 comma minus 1. Foot of perpendicular from S 1 comma minus 1 to this line, we name it as Z. This will be 3 comma 3. What is foot of perpendicular formula? Hx minus h by a equal to y minus k by b equal to minus times of ah plus bk plus c by a square plus b square. This is the foot of perpendicular formula. H comma k, the point which we require, and x comma y is nothing but 1 comma minus 1. That is the foot of perpendicular. I'll write this one. X minus 1 by a is 1 here, is equal to y minus plus 1 by b is nothing but plus 2 is equal to minus times of 1 minus 2 minus 9 by you get 5. So from this we get x and y value. This is equal to minus 11 plus 1 is equal to minus 10, means plus 10 means 2. So you get x minus 1 by 1 is equal to 2, or x is equal to 3. Similarly, y is equal to 3. So midpoint of s and z will be this point. So this is 1 comma minus 1, already I wrote. 1 plus 3 is 4. This point will become 2. And minus 1 plus 3 is a 2. This comes 2 comma 1. So 2 comma 1 is the correct answer. This is foot of perpendicular definition. You understood how we applied it. Similarly, you can calculate the y value. So option B is correct. Example 4. The focal distance of the point 9 comma 6 to the parabola y square equal to 4x. What do you mean by the focal distance? This is the parabola given. This point is given as 9 comma 6. This is the coordinates of focus S. The coordinates of focus will be 1 comma 0 because this is a comma 0. This is the focal distance. So under root of 9 minus 1 whole square plus 6 square. So you get under root of 8 square plus 6 square, which will give you 10. Focal distance is equal to 10. So 4a equal to 4. So a equal to 1. So 1 comma 0. This is example 4. So option C is correct. Example 5. So ordinate of a point on a parabola y square equal to 4s is twice the latest rectum. Then the point is. So ordinate of a point. So this is the parabola given to you. Y square equal to 4x. This is the ordinate. Suppose P point is x1 comma y1. So length of latest rectum is equal to 4. So ordinate is equal to 8. So ordinate is equal to 8. It means y1 is equal to 8. So 8 8s are 64 is equal to 4x. So x will give you 16. So the point will be 16. So 16 comma 8. So option A is correct, 16 comma 8. Because he said twice of latest rectum. Latest rectum is 4. So y1 is equal to 8, double of it. So you substitute in the value y square equal to 4x. Y is equal to 8 8 is 64 is equal to 4x. So x equal to 16. Option A is correct. So option A. Example 6. A parabola has a focus minus 1 comma 0 and directrix x equal to 4. So simple one. So directrix is given as x equal to 4 and focus is given. It's a reverse parabola. So focus is given as minus 4 comma 0. So this will be y square is equal to minus y. It is a reverse. So coordinates of focus is given minus 16x. Y square is equal to minus 16x. Option B is correct. This is x is equal to 4 is the directrix. This is origin 0 0. Option B. Latest rectum of a parabola whose axis is parallel to y-axis and which passes through these points 0, 4 and 1, 9 and minus 9. So whenever this type of problem is given, we always consider equation of parabola as ax. Equation of parabola is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to y because symmetric about y-axis. Then substituting the values. So first equation will give you 4 is equal to a into 0 plus b into 0 plus c. So from this we get c is equal to 4. Similarly, substituting other point, 9 is equal to a plus b plus c. So already we know c value. 9 equal to a plus b plus 4 or a plus b is equal to 5. So it's the third equation minus 2. So we get 6 is equal to 4a. Next one is minus 2b. C is already given as 4. So we get 2 is equal to 4a minus 2b. So this is equation number 2. Another equation is a plus b is equal to 5. Solving these two equations, we get ABC value. Once we get ABC value, let us calculate the ABC value. So we got a plus b is equal to 5 and 4a. If I multiply with this 2 by equation, so this becomes 10. I'm writing here. This becomes 2 is equal to 4a minus 2b. So this is equal to 10 equal to 2a plus 2b. So this will give you 6a equal to 12, a equal to 2. A equal to 2. So once we got a equal to 2, then b is equal to 3. So we got final equation as y is equal to 2x square plus 3x plus b value is a 4. So he's asking which passes this point. Latest rectum. So latest rectum, whenever we talk, so we take the highest coefficient out. So this can be written as, you have to bring in a form of x square equal to 4ay. So this latest rectum length will be 1 by 2. How? The coefficient of y by coefficient of x square. So this will give you 1 by 2. Option C is correct. So this is the equation of a parabola. Example 8. Option C is correct. Example 8. So number of tangents to y square equal to 4x through this one. So this is the parabola given to you. We don't know if 2, 1 is on the parabola or outside the parabola. If outside the parabola, there are 2 tangents are possible. If it is on the parabola, only 1 tangent is possible. If it is inside the parabola, no tangents is possible. So this is one point, either this one or this one. Similarly, we write S11 is greater than 0, S11 is equal to 0, and S11 less than 0. S11 less than 0. So what happens in our problem, if I substitute 2 comma, this will become 1 minus 8, which is less than 0. Option C. So no tangents are possible. So you have substituted S11 is less than 0. So no tangents are possible. So S11 greater than 0, 2 tangents are possible. S11 is equal to 0, only 1 tangent possible. S11 less than 0, no tangents are possible. So option A is correct. Example 9. Given the 2 ends of a lattice rectum, the maximum number of parabolas that can be drawn. So ends of lattice rectum is given to you. So this is the parabola. This ends of lattice rectum is this is given to you. So another parabola can be drawn. They'll reverse. Ends of lattice rectum is given to you. So clearly 2 parabolas are possible. So one this side and one this side, because this is only the line given to you. Maximum 2 parabolas are possible. So option B is correct. Example 10. So equation lambda x square plus 4xy plus y square plus lambda x plus this represents a parabola. Already we discussed h square is equal to AB. So h value is here 2. So we get 2 2s are 4. What is A? Lambda into 1. So lambda is equal to 4. Is the option correct? So general equation ax square plus 2hxy plus by square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equal to 0. In this h square is equal to AB, then it represents a parabola. Next one, example, this option B is correct. Example 11, 2 comma minus 8 is the one end of a focal chord, then the other end. So there is a concept is there. Please remember this one. If this point is, this is the focus S, and this point is AT square, comma 2AT. I take this point AT1, I will take convenient. This is AT2 square, comma 2AT2. So the relation is T1, T2 is equal to minus 1. That's a focal chord. So you have to compare with this one. So 2A T1 is equal to minus 8 given. So what is A value? A value is nothing but 8 4s are 32. 8 is given. So 2 into 8 into T1 is equal to minus 8. So you got T1 is equal to minus 1 by 2. So T1 is equal to minus 1 by 2. So this implies, so T2 is equal to 2. So T2 is equal to 2. So what is the other point will give him? 2 2s are 4. 4 and A is equal to 8. So we get 32 comma 32. So other point will give you 32 comma 32. So please remember this is the concept. T1 T2 is equal to minus 1. First here 2A T1 you equate with 2 comma minus 8. So 2A T1 is equal to minus 8. So you get T1 is equal to minus 1 by 2. So T2 is equal to 2. From that we get AT2 square comma 2AT2. Here A is equal to 8. Other end of a focal chord. This is example 11. So option A is correct. Example 12. Harmonic mean of segments of focal chord of parabola. So we already studied 1 by SP plus 1 by SQ is equal to 2 by L. L is called the semi-latus rectum. L is called the semi-latus rectum. So this is nothing but the harmonic mean. The same thing I can write as 1 by SP plus 1 by SQ by 2 is equal to 1 by L. L is nothing but 2A, semi-latus rectum. Answer option B. So this is the standard result. This is applicable for all conic section. So please remember 1 by, I will draw the diagram for your more convenience. So this is the focal chord and this is S and this is P and this is Q. This is valid for what is L? L is the semi-latus rectum. L is semi-latus rectum. So option B is correct. Example 13. So length of focal chord of y square equal to 4x at a distance of B from the vertex is C. Then what is asking? So he is asking the length of focal chord of a parabola y square equal to 4x at a distance of B from the vertex. At a distance of B from the vertex is C. So this is the given to you. This is a focal chord. So the length of focal chord of a parabola at a distance of B from the vertex, this length is equal to C. This length is equal to C and it is at a distance of distance b from the vertex. So at a distance b, this is equal to b given to you. This distance is b is given to you. Okay, the focus coordinates is a comma 0. So length of focal chord means this one total distance, this is you have to find it out. So length of focal chord of a parabola y square equal to 4x at a distance b from the vertex, at a distance b. So they are talking about the perpendicular distance. So in this case, you have to equation of the from the vertex means you have to find the equation of a focal chord. Equation of a focal chord you have to find it out. You have to write as at1 square comma 2at1 a22 square comma 2at2. So you have to find the focal chord. Y minus 2at1 is equal to 2at1 minus 2at2 upon at1 square minus at2 square into x minus a t1 square. This is the focal chord. You have to drop a perpendicular from 0, 0. If you drop a perpendicular from 0, 0, you get b is equal to minus 2a by under root of 2 plus t1 square plus t2 square. Okay, the b is given, distance from the b, from the vertex. It's at a distance b from the vertex, and this value is equal to given as c. So by solving this one, so from the solving we get one relation in T1 and T2. So the length of focal chord, so from this we get length of focal chord is equal to C is equal to A 2 plus T1 square plus T2 square. Substituting this value, so finally we get B square is equal to 4A cube by C. This result comes. Normally they won't ask the type of big question, but the process is you have to find the length, find the equation of a focal chord, drop a perpendicular from the origin, you get this is equal to b given. You got b and a relation, and length of a focal chord c is nothing but a into 2 plus t1 square plus t2 square, distance between these 2 points. So that is equal to c given. Using this result and this result, we get b square is equal to 4a cube by c. So this will give you 4a cube by c. Option D is correct. Option D is correct. Example 14. Parabola y square equal to kx makes an intercept of length 4 on the line. So what they mean is this is a parabola given to you, and this is the line. So this intercept is given to you of length 4. This is A and this is B. This is B. So you have to substitute the value of y square. You get, suppose I substitute the value x is x minus 1 is equal to 2y. If we substitute here, we get x minus 1 by 2 whole square is equal to kx. Kx. From this we get this is x1, y1 and this is x2, y2. So basically what you require is the intercept 4 is given to you as under root of x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square. This is in turn can be written as x1 plus x2 whole square minus 2x minus 4x1 x2 x1 x2 plus, similarly we can write, I am writing on the top, this can be written as y1 plus y2 whole square minus 4 y1 y2. So from this equation we get x1 plus x2. Similarly we can get y1 plus y2. So we get root 1 not root 5 by minus 5 by 10 is sum of roots and product of roots. How we get sum of roots and product of roots? From this equation. This equation is x minus 1 whole square is equal to 4 kx. Once you substitute it, you get a quadratic equation. From that, you can get the value of k. Option A is correct. Example 15. A double ordinate y square equal to 8px is of length 16p. The angle subtended to the vertex side of the parabola. What do you mean by double ordinate? This is the parabola given to you. This is the double ordinate. So this angle at the vertex they are asking. So this is 16p. So what is this length? This will be 8p, and this is also 8p is given to you. This length is given to you as 8p, angle subtended at the vertex. Now length is 8p. So if I substitute this length as 8p, this length is equal to 8p is given to you. It means y value is 8p. So 8 8s are 64. P square is equal to 8px. 8px. So x is equal to how much we get? 8p. X is equal to 8p. So this is x is also 8p, this is also 8p. So angle between them will be pi by 4. Because this is 8p, this angle will be pi by 4. Because this is 8p and this is also 8p. We got this height is 8p. You substitute in the equation y square is equal to 8px. We get x is also 8p. So angle between them is pi by 4. Okay, angle subtended by the vertex. So that is equal to pi by 4. So total angle will be pi by 2. We did correct. So this angle is equal to pi by 4. So this angle is also pi by 4. So total angle is equal to pi by 2. Option B is correct. So chord AB of a parabola y is equal to 4 cuts the axis of a parabola at C. The chord AB of a parabola. This is the parabola is given. This is the chord given. This is the point A, and this is the point B is given to you. A is 8t1 square. 8t1 square by 2at1, and B is given as 8t2 square comma 2at2. And this is given as A, and this is given as B, and this is some point C. So simple internal ratio you have to calculate. You have to calculate the ratio. So this is given. So chord AB a parabola cuts the x parabola at C. The chord AB of y square equal to 4x cut the axis of parabola at C. Cut the axis at parabola C. So this is given axis at C. So if AC is to AB, AC is equal to 1, and AC is given as 1. So AB is given as 3. Obviously this will be 2. 1:2 ratio. So y coordinate will be 0. So what is y coordinates then? This point is 2at1 into 2 plus 2at2 into 1 divided by 3 is equal to 0. Y coordinate is equal to 0. So from this we get 2t1 plus t2 is equal to 0. 2t1 plus t2 is equal to 0. Simple ratio problem. This is example 16. So the C point is on axis. So obviously y coordinate will be 0. So I use the formula my2 plus ny1 by m plus n equal to 0 in our case. So option B is correct. Example 17. Equation of parabola y is equal to 4x. P is 1, 3, Q is 1, 1, 2 points on xy plane. Then the parabola. So this is the parabola given to you. The parabola is y square is equal to 4x. 4x. So P1 comma 3, P1 comma 3 is given to you. Same concept, S11 greater than 0, S11 equal to 0, S11 less than 0. If I substitute 1 comma 3, 1 comma 3, so you are getting S11 greater than 0. If I substitute Q 1 comma 1, S11 less than 0. So P is exterior and Q is an interior point. Option D is correct. Option D is correct. Example 18. The point A comma 2A is an interior point of a region bounded by the parabola y equal to 16x and the double ordinate through the focus, then A belongs to open interval. Same type of question. This the parabola is given to you. So y square minus 16x equal to 0. So if you substitute this one as 4a square minus 16a. 16a must be less than 0. 4a square minus 16a must be less than 0. So 4a you can take common. You get a minus 4 less than 0. This implies a lies between 0 and 4. Option B. Using the concept S11 less than 0. Option B is correct. The concept is S11 less than 0. So ends of line segment P and Q and R is a point on a line segment PQ such that PR and PQ 1 is to lambda. R is an interior point of y square is equal to 4x. Simple one. So this is the given to you parabola and this is the line given to you. P is given as 1 comma 3 and Q is given as 1 comma 1. Point is R is given to you. Ratio is 1 is to lambda. We first will find the R. Then we apply S11 is less than 0. S11 less than 0. The point lambda comma minus R. So this is R point is lambda. This point R we have to calculate because the ratio is 1 is to lambda. And whenever we get the point R, we have to substitute S11 less than 0. So we get lambda lies between minus 1 to plus 1. So you have to calculate the ratio R. After getting R, you substitute S11 less than 0. So option A, lambda belongs to 0 to comma 1 will come. The range of lambda for which the point lambda 1 is an exterior point for the both y square equal to mod x. Y square equal to mod x means y square is equal to x or y square is equal to minus x. Same concept, exterior point means S11 greater than 0. So if we substitute it, option B will come. Lambda will lie between minus 1 to plus 1. Both the case must be satisfied. So option B is correct. Now this is all parabola and this is excess. This much is sufficient for your CET. Now will comes ellipse. P is a point on ellipse. This one the foci are S and S dash. SP plus SP dash is equal to 2A. So we calculate x square by 324 by 9 plus y square by 324 by 36 is equal to 1. So you have to 324 means you have to divide this one. This will give you x square by 324 will give you 36 plus y square by 9 is equal to 1. So a equal to 6. So 2a is equal to 12. Option B is correct. Option B is correct. Next one, example 22. Equation of ellipse whose one of the focus is 4, 0 and eccentricity. Focus means AE, 0 is the coordinates of focus. So the given AE equal to 4 and eccentricity is equal to 4 by 5. So AE is equal to 4. So what happens? AE is equal to 4 by 5 is equal to 4. So we get A equal to 5. So once we got A is equal to 5, so we know that A square is equal to B square 1 minus E square. So from that we get the value of B. So we get B is equal to 3. Sorry, B square is equal to A square 1 minus E square. So we get B is equal to 3. So option x square upon 5 square plus b square upon, so option B is correct. So A, 0 is the given to us. So A is equal to 4, equal to 4 by 5. Simple problem. You can calculate the value of B. Option B is correct. 22. Latest rectum of ellipse is 2b square by A is equal to half the minor axis. Half of minor axis is 2b. So what happens? 2 and 2 will cancel. So we get 2b square is equal to A. So 2. So what is b square? B square is equal to A square 1 minus E square is equal to A. So we get 2b square. So 1b will also, this is equal to 2b square, 1b will also cancel. So this is b square and this is 2ab. So what happens now? 2b is equal to A. 2b is equal to A. So what is the eccentricity formula? Under root of A square minus B square by A square. If you substitute the value, what is A square? We get 4b square minus B square by 4b square. So from this we get eccentricity is equal to root 3 by 2. So I repeat once again, length of latest rectum is 2b square by A, which is equal to half of 2b. So from this we get E is equal to root 3 by 2. So option C is correct. An ellipse in a standard form has x equal to y as a focal chord. If its eccentricity is 1 by 2, then the length of major axis. So focal chord is x equal to 2y plus 1. So focus passes from this AE, 0. So you have to substitute AE is equal to 1. So this is one equation. Eccentricity E is given as 1 by 2. So A by 2 is equal to 1. So A equal to 2. Once you got, so length of major axis will be 4. So 2A is equal to 4. Option C is correct. 25. The greatest length of the focal chord of ellipse is nothing but the latest rectum. So you write x square upon 36 by 18. 36 by 18 will give you 2 plus y square upon 36 by 9 will give you 4 equal to 1. So this is the equation is given. The greatest length of focal chord is nothing but the latest rectum. So latest rectum is 2b square by A. So it will give you 2. So but this is the reverse ellipse. So this is 2a square. In this case, this is standard result is 2b square by A. But in our case, it will be 2a square by B. This is the length of latest rectum. So 2. What is A square? A square is a smaller number 4. This is 2. Sorry. And B is equal to 2. This will give you answer 2. So because it is a reverse ellipse. So 2a square, 2 into 2 by b value is equal to 2. Option C, no, none of these will come. The greatest length of focal chord is the length of major axis. Okay, greatest length of focal chord is the length of major axis which passes through focus. Okay, if we talk about in that manner, so this is the ellipse is given. So this is the passes through focus. Obviously, this is equal to, this is one ellipse. But in our case, this is ellipse is given to us. So this is the ellipse is given. This is the focal chord. Obviously passes through both the focus. Then answer 4 is correct. Then answer 4 is correct. Because this is x square by 2 plus y square by 4 equal to 1. This can also be a focal chord which passes through both the focuses. So a equal to 2, but 2a is equal to 4. So this 4 is correct. Option C is correct. For an ellipse, distance between the foci is 8. So distance between foci is 2a is equal to 8. And distance between directors means 2a by e is equal to 18. We multiply both. We multiply both means 4a square is equal to 8 into 18. So 4. So a square is equal to 36. So a equal to 6. Once you got a is equal to 6, you substitute here. So 2 into 6 into e is equal to 8. So e will give you 8 by 12, which is equal to, this is equal to 2 by 3. Option B is correct. (27). Option B is correct. 27. The major axis of ellipse is 3 times the minor axis. Major axis means 2a is equal to 3 times of minor axis means 3 times of 2b. So 2 and 2 will cancel. A equal to 3b. A equal to 3b. Then as a result is equal to, E is equal to under root of a square. A square minus b square by a square. This will give you under root of 9 b square minus b square by a square is 9 b square. We get 8 by 9 under root or 2 root 2 by 3. Option C is correct. Root 2 by 3 option C is correct. 28. If the angle between the lines joining the foci of ellipse to an extremity of minor axis 90 degrees, then eccentricity of ellipse. This ellipse is given to us. Ellipse is given to us. The angle between the lines joining the foci. This is the foci A, comma 0 foci to an extremity of minor axis 90 degrees. This is equal to 90 degrees. Angle between the lines joining the foci of an ellipse to an extremity of a minor axis. Extremity of the minor axis. This is one foci, this is another foci. This angle is equal to 90 degrees. This angle is equal to 90 degrees because this is 0, comma b. So it clearly indicates that this is 45 degrees. So the tan 45 is equal to AE by B. So tan 45 is 1. So B equal to AE. So B equal to AE. We know that B square is equal to A square minus A square E square. So A square E square is equal to B square. So B square is equal to A square minus B square, or 2B square is equal to A square. So we get 2B square is equal to A square. The result is given. Now from that if you substitute the eccentricity value under root of a square is 2b square minus b square by a square is 2b square. So finally get E is equal to 1 by root 2. Option B is correct. Option B 1 by root 2. 29. An ellipse has a minor axis length c and distance between the foci is equal to 8. Distance between the foci means 2AE is equal to 8. So you know AE is equal to 4. Then we know B square is equal to A square minus A square E square. So minor axis length of minor axis equal to is given as C. So B value is 3. 3 is a 9 is equal to A square minus 4 4 is 16. So A square is equal to 25 and B square is equal to 9. So x square upon 25, x square upon 25, y square upon 9 is equal to 1. Option D. This is question number 29. Option D is correct. 30. Equation of ellipse whose eccentricity is 1 by 2, length of lattice rectum is 2. So E is given as 1 by 2 and length of lattice rectum is 2b square by A is given to you as 8. It means B square is equal to 4A. Same concept. So B square is equal to A square minus A square E square. So this can A square minus A square by 4. So this will give you 3 by 4 A square. So B square is equal to 3 by 4 of A square. So we sub B square is equal to 3 by 4 of A square. So once we know this value B square, so eccentricity value E square is equal to A square minus B square by A square. Eccentricity is also known. So eccentricity is equal to 1 by 2 is given, length of lattice rectum is given. We got a relation between B square is equal to 3 by 4 A square. So from the substituting value 1 by 4, what is A square? 3 by 4 A square, this is A square minus 3 by 4 A square by A square. This will give you 1 by 4 A square. So 2b square by A is equal to this one and substituting the values. So finally we get answer 9x square plus 12y square is equal to 256. I repeat once again, they gave you 2b square by A, length of lattice rectum as 8. 2b square by A is equal to 8. So we can write b square value here itself. B square is 2 A square 1 minus E square by A. This will give you 2A into 1 minus E square is equal to 8 or 2A into 1 minus 1 by 4 equal to 8. So from this we get A equal to 16 by 3. Once we got A equal to 16 by 3, so we get B square value as 64 by 3. Substituting it, we get 9x square plus 12y square equal to 256. I have solved once again for you. For you all. So option D is correct. 31. A circle is drawn with minor axis of an ellipse as a diameter. This ellipse is given. So this is the circle drawn, minor axis and so circle is drawn with a minor axis of an ellipse as a diameter. Then the foci lie on the circle. Foci lie on the circle. These are the two foci. Foci lie on the circle. The eccentricity of circle is when this is a foci lie means this is the diameter. This will be equal to 90 degrees. Angle between them is equal to 90 degrees. So we already calculate E is equal to 1 by root 2 will come. Eccentricity 1 by root 2. In the previous problem we have solved it. Option B is correct. B and B dash are the endpoints of a minor axis and SS dash are the foci of an ellipse. Then SSB is how much? They given you, so they gave you this ellipse. This ellipse is given to you. B and B dash are the endpoints of minor axis. This is B and this is B dash. This coordinate is nothing but 0, 4 and this is 0, -4. B and endpoints of minor axis and S and dash are the foci. This is S dash and this is S. So they are asking the area of SB, S dash, B dash. So very simple. You know all the values. So area will come as 24 square units. Because you know focus coordinates. What is eccentricity? Under root of 25 minus 16 by 25. This is equal to 3 by 5. Eccentricity is equal to 3 by 5. The coordinates of focus is nothing but the S point is 3, 0. S dash is -3, 0. B you know 0, 4 and B dash is 0, -4. Using all the 4 points you can get an area. So half base into height also you can find it out. Distance between the foci is 2 AE. So this value is equal to 6 and the height is equal to 4. 6 4s are 24. Half of 24 is 12. 12 and 12 will give you 24. Option B is correct. 33. A circle is drawn with the endpoints of major axes as an extremities of a diameter. This is an ellipse is given to you. Endpoint, this is called as auxiliary circle. So this is x square by 5 plus y square by 1 means 26 by 125 is equal to 1. So 26, 125, this is nothing but 125, sorry, I wrote wrong once again, I'll write. So this is x square by 125 by 25 plus y square by 125 by 26 is equal to 1. So circle equation is x square plus y square. Obviously this is bigger one. So x square plus y square is equal to a square is 25. Option C. This is called auxiliary circle. Auxiliary circle. Circle drawn as a taking diameter as a major axis. So option B is correct. 34. S1 is 5, 12 and S2 is 24, the foci of hyperbola which is passing through origin, then eccentricity is equal to. The same concept you have to apply. So S1 and S2 are the foci of hyperbola and passing through origin. So we know that SP minus S dash P is equal to 2A. Here P is 0, 0. P is 0, 0. So from 0, 0 to S1. So distance formula under root of 5 square plus 12 square minus 12 square minus under root of 24 square plus 7 square. So you'll get 13 minus 12 is equal to 2A. So A is equal to 2A is equal to 20. This is 25. This is 25 minus 12. So 2A is equal to 13. Once we got 2A is equal to 13, you can find distance between the foci is 2AE. So 2AE is 2a is the distance between the foci. So distance between foci will give you under root of 386. So distance between the foci, distance formula of S1, S2. 2a is equal to root 36. So E will give you under root of 386 by 2a. So 2a is nothing but 13. So 25 minus 30, 25 minus 13 will, 25 minus 13. 25 minus 13, this is 13. 25 minus 13 is equal to 12. 2a is equal to 12. So this will become 12. So option B is correct. Because 24 square plus 7 square will give you, so it is reverse actually. This will give you 13 and this will give you 25. It's as it is modulus. I write once again, S dash P minus SP modulus is equal to 2a. So this distance will give you 25 minus 13 is equal to 2a. So 2a is equal to 12. Now 2a distance between the foci is root 86, distance between S1 and S2 by divided by 12. Option B is correct. Option B is correct. 35, the equation represents hyperbola. What you have to do is 12 minus k is greater than 0. So k is less than 12. Similarly, 8 minus k is greater than 0. So k is less than 8. K is less than 8. So 12 minus k is less than 8. So there might be a printing mistake. So this is not this one, no. So if want to be hyperbola, so we have to represent as x square by 12 minus k minus y square by k minus 8 is equal to 1. If it's the case of hyperbola, then this case will become k minus 8 is greater than 0, k is greater than 8. So k lies between 8 and 12, it will be hyperbola. This is question number 35. Option C is correct. 37. Eccentricity of hyperbola with lattice rectum 12 and semi-conjugate axis equal to root 3. So length of lattice rectum is 2b square by a. 2b square by a is equal to 12. So b square is equal to 6a. Semi-conjugate axis b is equal to 2 root 3. b is equal to 2 root 3. So this implies a is equal to 2. So eccentricity formula is under root of a square plus b square by a square. From this we get 2. Option A is correct. Now, distance between the foci of hyperbola is 16 eccentricity. Distance between the foci is again 2AE is equal to 16 and E is equal to root 2. So 2A into root 2 is equal to 16. So you get A equal to 16 by 2 root 2, which will give you, this is 2 will cancel 8. 8 will means 4 root 2. So A equal to 4 root 2. Once you got A equal to 4 root 2, we can calculate B also. So A square is equal to 32. If A square is equal to 32, so B square is also 32. So B square is also 32. So option A is correct. Eccentricity of ellipse, direct formula application, you can do it. So this eccentricity will come root 61 by a. Formula is a square plus b square by a square. You'll get the eccentricity. Option A is correct. 39. The locus of midpoints of focal chord of ellipse is equal to locus of midpoint of focal chord. The formula is S1 is equal to S11. So locus will be hx by a square plus ky by b square is equal to h square by a square plus k square by b square. And the locus of midpoint of the focal chord of an ellipse. This incomplete question passes through AE, 0. Passes through. So locus of midpoints of focal chord of parabola passes through AE, 0. So if we substitute AE, 0, we get the required locus. So locus will be x square upon a square plus y square upon b square is equal to a by option B will come. So S1 is equal to S1 when is the definition for chord with middle points. Option B is correct. 40. Equation of hyperbola whose eccentricity is 3 by 2 and the foci. You have to find the values of A and B. So this will give you eccentricity in a foci. Foci means AE is equal to 2. A equal to 2 means A into 3 by 2 is equal to 2. So you get A equal to 4 by 3. When A equal to 4 by 3, we know B square is equal to A square, E square minus 1. From this, we can get the value of B. So once you get the values of A and B, so where B square is equal to, you get as 20 by 9. You get B square is equal to 20 by 9 and A square is equal to 16 by 9. Substituting that values, we get x square upon 4 minus y square upon 5 is equal to 4 by 9. Option A is correct. You know A square, you know B square. So you have to substitute in x square upon a square minus y square upon b square equal to 1. X square upon a square minus y square upon b square is equal to 1. Option A is correct. If the foci of ellipse and the hyperbola coincides, then the value of b square. So we have to calculate the eccentricity of this one. Eccentricity of ellipse will be under root of 16 minus b square. 16 minus b square by 16 is the eccentricity. So that you have to substitute the eccentricity. The foci coordinates will be plus minus 4 comma under root of 16 minus b square by 4. 16 minus b square 4 into. This is because this is the 4 AE, the form comma 0. AE comma 0. 4 and 4 will cancel. And this foci coincides with hyperbola. So you have to calculate the hyperbola x square. This can be written as x square by 144 minus y square by 81 equal to 125. 1 by 25. Eccentricity will give you 15 by 12. Eccentricity will give you 15 by 12. So the foci coordinates will be 12 by 5 into 15 by 12 comma 0, which is equal to 3 comma 0. 3 comma 0. So under root of 16 minus b square is equal to 3. So this will give you b square is equal to 7. B square is equal to 7. So you have to calculate the foci of this one. You have to calculate the foci of this one. Once you calculate the foci of both, so we equate it and we get the value as 3. Sorry, b square is equal to 7. Distance between the foci and the distance between the directrix is a 3:A:B ratio. Distance between the foci is 2AE and distance between the directrix is 2a by e. So they have given distance between the foci and distance between the directrices are in ratio 3:2. This ratio is given to you. So you can calculate 2a into a will cancel. E is to 1 by e. They gave you 3:2. Then you have to calculate a and b value. So a is to b ratio is nothing but you will get a is to b ratio you get as root 2 by 1. Because e square is equal to 1k will come and this equal to 1 root 2. So ratio will be root 2:1. So we know that a square, we know that b square is equal to a square, e square minus 1. So we know b square by a square is equal to e square minus 1. So e square they have given e is equal to 3 by 2. Eccentricity is equal to 3 by 2. So from this we get a by b is equal to root 2 by 1. This is somewhere a mistake, 1 minute. They gave you distance between the foci is 2ae and the distance between the directrix means 2a by e given as the ratio 3 by 2. So this will become 2a will cancel. You get e square is equal to 3 by 2. Yes, e square is equal to 3 by 2. E square is equal to 3 by 2. You substitute here, then you get b square by a square. So a by b is equal to root 2 will come. Sorry for inconvenience this one. So this is 2a by 2a by e. You will get e square is equal to 3 by 2. That you substitute here, you get required answer. So option B is correct. 43. So equation this one was eliminating. So you can write this as x by 3 is equal to cos t plus sin t. This one y by 4 equal to cos t minus sin t. Squaring and adding, we get an hyperbola. So cos square t, so squaring and adding it, we have to square and add, so we get an ellipse. Because we get x square upon 9 plus y square upon 16 equal to cos square t plus sin square t is equal to 1. Cos square t will give you 1 plus 1 will give you 2. So it is an ellipse equation. So option A ellipse will come. 44. An ellipse has an axis along the coordinate axis. The distance between the foci is 2h and the focal distance of an extremity of minor axis equal to k. Then equation of ellipse is given to you. So they gave you 2ae is equal to 2h and ae is equal to h. We got it. And the distance, focal distance of 0, a end of the minor axis is equal to what they are saying. An ellipse has an axis along the coordinate axis. This is an ellipse axis along the coordinate axis. Distance between the foci is 2h. This we have called focal distance of an extremity of minor axis. Focal distance of an extremity of minor axis. This is nothing but 0, b. This is given as AE, 0. This is equal to B. So from this 0, B is the extremities and this is given as a K. So using that logic, so we get x square upon k square plus y square upon k square minus h square is equal to 1. Option C will come. Option C will come. It's a simple question. The latest rectum of an ellipse is 1 by 3 and major of the 1 by 3rd of major axis is eccentricity. You can find it out. Latest rectum of an ellipse is 2b square by a is equal to 1/3 of major axis. Major axis nothing but 2a. Major axis nothing but 2a. This 2 and 2 will cancel. We got b square is equal to 3a square, 1 by 3 a square. B square is equal to 1 by 3 a square. So b square is equal to 1 by 3 a square. So you get 3b square is equal to a square. From that you can find the eccentricity. It will come under root of 2 by 3. This is a square here. From that you can calculate the eccentricity. So option B is correct. 46. The major axis of an ellipse is 3 times the minor axis. Same way, major axis, same type of problem. You will get eccentricity as 2 root 2 by 3. So major axis is 3 times of minor axis. Major axis is what? 2a is 3 times of minor axis. Minor axis means 2b. You got the relation. You get 2 root 3 by 3. Option A is correct. 47. Distance between the foci of an ellipse is given to you. This is nothing but x square upon 9 plus y square upon 16 is equal to 1. Distance between the foci is 2ae. You have to calculate. This is also a simple one. So distance between the foci will come as 2 root 7. So you have to calculate eccentricity. Eccentricity will give you 16 minus 9 by 16. So this will give you root 7 by 4. So a value is equal to 4. So this gives you 2 root 7. So option A is given, root 27. 48. The ellipse x square plus 4y square is equal to 4 is inscribed in a rectangle aligned with the coordinate axis, which in turn inscribed in another ellipse passes through 4, 0. So an ellipse x square upon 4 plus y square upon 1 is equal to 1. So this is given as ellipse. Ellipse. So an ellipse x square is inscribed in a rectangle. This is a rectangle. So obviously this coordinates will be 2, 1. This coordinate will be 2, 1. This coordinate will be 2, 1. And in turn inscribed another ellipse passes through 4, 0. Another ellipse passes through 4, 0. Passes to this point is equal to 4, 0. This is 2, 1. This is 4, 0. So from that equation of ellipse, you know the 2 points. Standard ellipse x square upon a square plus y square upon b square is equal to 1. So this point is this obviously the major axis, this will be 1 and this will be 2. This will be 2. This point is 2, 1. So 2, 1, 4, 0 you substitute in this. So you get the required equation of ellipse. So the required equation of ellipse will give you x square plus 12y square is equal to 16. You know the 2 points, substitute here. SS dash are the foci. SS dash are the foci and BB dash are the minor axis. BSB's angle of eccentricity is equal to. This is ellipse is given to you. This ellipse is given to you. This is the B point and this is the S point, and this joint, this angle is equal to theta. This angle is equal to theta. So this is O. This is O. So tan theta will give you B by AE. So you have to calculate tan square theta is equal to B square by A square E square. So this will give you, what is B square? A square 1 minus E square divided by A square E square. So from this we get secant square theta minus 1 is equal to 1 by e square minus 1. So if you're simplifying, we get cos theta is equal to E. So option C is correct. Simple one. Tan theta is equal to B by AE. Tan square theta is B square by A square E square. B square is equal to A square 1 minus E square. A square and A square will cancel. So you calculate 1 by E square minus 1. Minus is a secant square will come. So secant square theta will give you 1 and 1 will cancel. Secant square theta 1 by E square. So cos theta is equal to E. So equation of hyperbola referring to the axis of coordinates whose latest rectum is 4, eccentricity is latest rectum is 2b square by A is given as 4 and eccentricity is given as 3. Eccentricity is given as 3. So you know that b square is equal to 2a and E is equal to 3. We know another relation. So b square is equal to a square, E square minus 1. Substituting in this formula, we'll get it as 16x square minus 2y square. 16x square minus 2y square equal to 1. Option A is correct. Option A will come. 51. Equation of hyperbola whose transverse axis is 14 and the vertex bisects the distance between the center and the focus. So they gave you transfer axis. So 2a equal to 14, a equal to 7. They gave you 2a equal to 14, a equal to 7. And they have given that whose vertex bisects the distance between the center and the foci. So they from this we get CS is equal to 2CA, or you get E is equal to 2 from this. So once you got E is equal to 2, we can calculate B square. B square will give you 147. So we get the hyperbola equation as x square upon 49 minus y square per 147 is equal to 1. See, this is the hyperbola. This hyperbola is given, and these are the vertex. This is the vertex. Vertex bisects the distance between the center and foci. This is the center and this is the foci, A, comma 0. This length is equal to this length. This is the vertex. So this is the center. This is bisected. A vertex is A. So 2CA is equal to CS. That only we wrote. This is A, this is S, and this is C. This is 51. So option C, B is correct. 52. The vertices of hyperbola is this and this is given. Foci is given the equation of hyperbola. I think you can easily do it. This will come x square upon 4 minus y square upon 5 is equal to 1. Option B will come. So the vertices are given to you and the foci is given to you. From that you have to calculate A and B. It's a simple question. I will draw a diagram for your convenience. So this is the hyperbola. The vertex, this is the vertex. This point is given as 2, 0, and this is the foci. This is 3, 0. So option B will come. 53. Length of latest rectum of hyperbola. Use the formula. You get 2b square by A is length of latest rectum. So length of latest rectum comes out to be 1. Option B is correct. 54. Pn. So 54, they gave you Pn is the ordinate of any point P of an hyperbola. Q divides AP in a ratio A square by B square. Then NQ is equal to. So A is given as A, comma 0. A dash is given as A dash is given minus a comma 0. So P you take as a parametric form, A secant theta comma B tan theta. So P point is given as, so N point will give you N is equal to A secant theta comma 0. So Q divides AP. Once you find the ratio, then we find that it is coming out to be perpendicular. So Pn is the ordinate of P of an hyperbola. Q divides AP in a ratio A square by B square, then NQ is equal to. So A I wrote, A dash I wrote, P we wrote, and N we wrote. Automatically you'll get an answer. Please try on your own this one. A dash P will be perpendicular will come. Eccentricity of hyperbola is root 3 and eccentricity of conjugate hyperbola. Then the eccentricity of conjugate hyperbola, you know the formula, 1 by E square, 1 by E1 square plus 1 by E2 square is equal to 1. So they gave you E1 as equal to root 3. You have to calculate E2. That you can calculate. Conjugate hyperbolas. So you get option C is correct. So 1 by E1 square plus 1 by E2 square is equal to 1. 56. The lattice rectum subtends right angle at the center of hyperbola, then eccentricity. Again a simple question. This hyperbola is given to you, and this is the lattice rectum is given to you, and subtend 90 degrees at the center. So obviously this is equal to 45 degrees. So this distance is equal to nothing but B square by A. This is equal to B square by A. This distance is from the center to foci is nothing but AE. So this is equal to AE. This by AE is equal to tan 45 is equal to tan 45 degrees. So we get B square by A square E is equal to 1. So we got a relation. From that we get an eccentricity value. So we know that B square is equal to A square E square minus 1. Using this result and using results, we get the eccentricity. We get E is equal to root 5 plus 2. You have to solve these two equations. Option C is correct. The latest rectum of hyperbola through focus subtends 60 degrees at the other end of a focus. So this the hyperbola is given to you. This hyperbola is given to you. The latest rectum of hyperbola subtends 60 degrees to other end of the focus. Subtend means this will give you 30 degrees, and this distance between the foci is equal to 2AE, and this is equal to B square by A. Similar problem. So B square by A divided by 2AE is equal to tan 30 degrees. And we know B square is equal to A square, E square minus 1. Solving these two, we get our required result as eccentricity. So this distance is B square by A. Distance between the foci is 2AE. Angle is 30 degrees. Total is 60. Therefore, half is 30. Option B, root 3 will come. 58. The lattice rectum through one focus subtends right angle the further vertex. Same type of problem. You can do on your own. So option C will 2 will come. 59. Eccentricity of hyperbola. You have to calculate. This can be written as x. You have to eliminate. Basically, you have to eliminate t. So you know 2x by a is equal to t plus 1 by t, and you get 2y by a equal to t minus 1 by t. Add these two, we get 2x by a plus 2y by a is equal to 2t. Next time you subtract it, 2x by a minus 2y by a is equal to, if we subtract, we get 2 by t. Then we multiplied. So we are getting in a form of rectangular hyperbola. If we multiply, what we get? So 2 means 4. We get x square minus y square by a square is equal to 4. When you multiply it, 4 and 4 will cancel. So x square minus y square is equal to x square. Rectangular hyperbola, eccentricity is always root 2. Please remember, whenever it is rectangular hyperbola, eccentricity is equal to root 2. So rectangular hyperbola always represents x square minus y square is equal to c square, or xy is equal to c square. Any form, a square you can write it out. So in both the cases, eccentricity is root 2. These are called rectangular hyperbola. What is rectangular hyperbola? Angle between the asymptotes is 90 degrees. Angle between the asymptotes is 90 degrees. Then we say it is a rectangular hyperbola. So option B is correct. 60. Locus of center of a circle. Center of a circle. So center of a circle is nothing but this is equal to minus 2 cos theta, comma, minus sin theta, plus sin theta. So h is equal to 2 cos theta, minus 2 cos theta, and y is equal to sin theta. Okay. So we get h square by 4 plus k square is equal to 1. So locus will be an ellipse. So this is h comma k. Locus points are h comma k. Option A, ellipse, is correct. So we have covered almost